By virtue of the power vested in me by clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Kovind, President of India, do hereby appoint Sri Gopinath Purangara to be an additional judge of the Kerala High Court for a period of 2 years, which effect from the date he assumes charge of his office, even at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this 3rd day of March in the year 2020, 13th Falguna 1941 Shaka, in the 71st year of Republic of India. Signed, President of India.
I, Gopinath Purangara,
having been appointed additional judge of the High Court of Kerala,
having been appointed additional judge of the High Court of Kerala,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws. Chief Justice of Kerala, Justice S. Manikumar, brother and sister judges of the High Court, Advocate General of the State, Sri C.P. Sudhakar Prasad, President of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association, Sri Lakshmi Narayan, other law officers of the state and central governments, registrars of the High Court, former judges of the Supreme Court and High Court, senior advocates and other members of the bar, my friends and family members, ladies and gentlemen. I am grateful to the Learned Advocate General and the President of the Kerala High Court's Advocates Association for the kind words spoken of me. I thank the members of the Collegium of the High Court of Kerala for the confidence reposed in me. I also thank the members of the Collegium of the Supreme Court of India for having approved the recommendation of the Collegium of the High Court. As I enter upon judicial office, I must invoke the blessings of the Lord. I prostrate before Him with folded hands and pray that He guides me in my work. As the judge's prayer goes, I am honored to serve you in this ancient profession. I realize that you will ultimately judge my work, for you are the judge of judges. To the members of the bar whose sentiments have been echoed by the Learned Advocate General and the President of the Bar Association, I say that I will strive to live up to your expectations and be true and faithful to the oath that I have taken. I also bow down before all those who had the daunting task of teaching me in school, in college and thereafter, for our culture loudly proclaims Guru Devo Bhava. I found my calling in the profession quite by accident. My mother, who is proudly present here today, had a dream, a wish that I would pursue a career in the law. There is a reason for this. 4 generations of our family, starting from my great-grandfather, late Pericheri Raman Menon, who enrolled as a lawyer in the year 1914, my grandfather, late P.M.G. Menon, my grand-uncle, late P. Shankurni Menon, and my uncle, P. Ramanujan, have all been members of this profession. I thank my mother from the bottom of my heart for the unconditional love and affection that she has heaped on me. My father's physical presence is what I miss the most on this joyous occasion. But for his love, support and encouragement, I would not have had the opportunity to stand up before you today as I do today. To my father I say this, I would have given anything to see your smiling face amongst the audience today. I am sure that you are keenly watching this from your heavenly abode. I have received unconditional love and care in abundance from my wife Priya and my children Parvati and Gayatri, and I am eternally grateful to them. My sister Mrs. Meena Vijay and her husband Dr. Vijay Vishwanathan, who has been more like an elder brother to me, are present here today, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart. I also thank all other members of my extended family who are presented here today. The first step in the life of a lawyer is perhaps the most important. I started practice in 1996 as a junior to Sri K. Ramkumar, senior advocate. It was a priceless opportunity to start my career in his office. I thank him, my colleagues in that office, the clerks and staff of that office for having helped me take those first tiny steps in the profession. My next stint was in the office of Sri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, who was then Senior Central Government Standing Counsel. Sri P.S. Sridharan Pillai is now the Honorable Governor of Mizoram. When I look back at my professional career, it is my stint at his office that gave me the courage and confidence, perhaps misplaced, to tackle any matter that came my way. On this day, I remember with gratitude the love and affection I received in abundance from Sri P.S. Sridharan Pillai and all my colleagues and staff at his office. I set up my independent practice in 2004 and managed to stay afloat till 2009, which is when Justice A.K. Jayashankaran Nambiar, who was then a partner at Menon & Pike, invited me to join the firm as a partner. Little did he know the great risk he was taking. My experience at Menon & Pike has been, to say the least, rewarding. I have gained substantially on account of my interactions with Justice A.M. Shafiq, who was then the senior partner, Sri E.K. Nandakumar, senior advocate, Sri M. Gopikrishnan Nambiar, and all my other partners and colleagues. The advocate clerks, stenographers, and other members of the staff at Menon & Pike have supported me in every manner possible. I thank each and every one from the bottom of my heart. I would be failing in my duty if I forget to mention the love and affection showered on me by Justice B.M. Tulsidas and Mrs. Tulsidas. I thank both of them from the bottom of my heart on this occasion. At this point, I would use the words of late Justice M.S. Menon when he assumed office as a judge of the Travancore Cochin High Court. The other gems in the rubric of my indebtedness are many, but they shall be nameless today except in the fondness of gratitude and memory. For these words echo my sentiments at this moment. I may be permitted to conclude this address with a humble prayer borrowed from Abraham Lincoln. May the Almighty grant that the cause of truth, justice, and humanity shall in no wise suffer at my hands. Thank you.